How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of mystery beers. Gotta love me some mystery beers. Courtesy of my buddy Keith, one of the OG mystery beer givers. And he bestowed upon me 3 bangers, hopeful bangers, of mystery beer goodness. Let's dive into it. Classic mystery beer. Paper towel, but these are like ghetto, like the towels you washed your hands with at like high school and shit back in the 80s, with some weird kind of like, it's not even like electrical tape, it's not even duct tape, it's more like gaffer's tape kind of thing. I know duct tape, gaffer's tape, kind of 6 to 1, but this is kind of like that kind of thing. So yeah, new labels all around technically. Ooh, shit everywhere. Look at that. And of course, mystery beer, might as well start off with a gigantic freaking stout. Why is it gigantic? Because it looks like motor oil. Before I even poured the goddamn thing, it looked like motor oil. So yeah, let's give this a whirl, see what she's got. If you don't know what mystery beers are about at this point, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I mean, it had head on it, dissipating really quick. Kind of had a creaminess initially, but dissipated into nothingness, like exactly where I want my coffee to look like color-wise. And, you know, she'd be dark, so she looks like a big, huge, bonkers, gigantic kind of stout. So we're off to a banging start here. She has the blue blockers going on. She's got the legs going on. So from a distance, she just kind of looks like a big, huge imperial stout. Let's get a nose. Not getting a ton off it, to be perfectly honest with you. With how quickly that head dissipated and how thick and black this beer looked, I thought it was going to be a big, huge imperial stout, probably an adjunct or maybe some kind of barrel aging. I'm not really getting any of that. Sure, a little soft cocoa, maybe a little soft vanilla in there, but it really just comes off as a like a rich bittering stout. Nothing too crazy. Doesn't smell huge by any means. Like, you know, 8% give or take, and that's pretty much it. It smells like a base stout. Really not getting much on the nose outside of just base stout and maybe some soft kind of cocoa vibes. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay, she's big. She's big. Or maybe she's not. I gotta digest this for a second. A couple more sippy poos. Okay, why did I say it was big right off the get? Because I thought I was getting heat. An alcohol heat. Turns out it's a chili heat. So I don't think it's a big beer. I think it's like 6 to 7%. Somebody's stout. Maybe it could be an imperial stout, verging on 8%, but on a lower ABV scale. Soft chocolate vibes, probably a little bit of soft cocoa, cacao vibes in there, and a base kind of imperial stout, maybe even imperial porter on the edge of that, I guess you'd say, right around 8%. Nothing too big. Don't think it's getting into double digits, but there definitely has to be like a chili addition in here. Some kind of pepper is involved, because there's no way you get that kind of heat without having that pepper in there. Kind of makes sense because of how quickly the head kind of dissipated. So basically what I'm getting is a thin stout, a bit of roasted malts, nothing too bittering, and this pop of heat every time I take a sip. Sits on the back of your throat, done and done. Yeah, I have no idea who made this. All I know is this is a, let's go, 6 to 8% stout, cocoa, and maybe the slightest touch of vanilla. I don't think so, though. And then a pepper on top of it. Done and done. So let's see how bad I did. Do I need to talk about anything else? I don't think so. So let's see what we got here. This is super thin. I can actually just rip this off here. What kind of beer, what kind of brewery do we have going on here? Independent craft label on here, so it's probably something you could buy in a store. You don't see a lot of like what's the word I'm saying? Trying to say non-brewery only beer typically has the kind of independent craft label thing going on. God damn it, come on, buddy. Not that independent is all about shelfy stuff, but I just tend to see that more often than not on shelf stuff. So here we go. Big Alice Brewing Company, and its common roots is their Chocolate Maraca. Okay, and what is this? Is a chocolate chili stout in collaboration with Common Roots Brewing Company, 8% alcohol by volume. And that's that. Unfiltered, store cold. And I think that's it. Brewed by Big Alice. I think it's my first Big Alice beer, collab or otherwise. And that's that. You know what I mean? So there you go. like I said, it was a chocolate stout with chilies. I mean, you're not really going to get too much better or than that. Like I said, it was more like a 6% to 8% stout with a definite chili addition and a soft chocolate vibe. So that's what you call nailing it, by the way. I said the soft vanilla thing. It's not that I actually got soft vanilla on it. Two things. Chocolate, I can confuse chocolate and vanilla sometimes, so that's why I kind of brought up the whole vanilla thing. And two, anytime I have kind of chili stuff, I assume they put a little bit of vanilla in there, kind of temper some of that heat on there. That's just an assumption of mine. Didn't really get it in the beer. It was more like, kind of like, oh, they could probably put that in there. So I shouldn't even brought that up. But anyway, so there you go. Let's talk about it. Is it a good beer, though? It's fine. The chilies are showcased. You definitely get the chocolate. It's a nice beer. It's a little bit thin. And it lacks a little bit of depth. I want a little bit more to it, a little bit of chutzpah, a little bit of pizzazz to it. It's just missing something for me. Quite nice, tasty. I love Common Roots. I've dug what I've had from these guys. Like I said, first time having something from Big Alice. But a fun beer all around, and I'm a sucker for chili and beer. So anytime you can give me chili something and have it kind of showcase itself, but not get overboard, and this one doesn't do that, I'm a fan. I just wish it had a little bit more body and a little bit more pizzazz to it. That's just me. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. MassiveBeers@gmail.com if you want to send me mystery beers. Reach out. I'm always in the market. Is that the word? For some mystery beers. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little chili beer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.